Good evening, everyone. Wow, I can't talk at the moment. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Zelda Speedruns. Tonight we have another Link to the Past NMG League race here for you in the Desert Palace division between Yeroc and secretlyasliver. Joined on comms tonight by Wow, I really can't talk. Doomtap and Chex. How are you two doing?
Good. Hello, Doomtap.
Hello, I'm doing pretty well.
Alright, before I go and destroy our back-end system for not taking Sliver's cropping, I'm going to hand it over to you two, and we'll get this underway shortly.
Alright, thanks, Cubs. Welcome, everyone, to NMG League. This season is a little different. We have a Link to the Past randomizer vanilla preset. Doomtap, what is preset, and why is it vanilla?
It is preset because most of the major boss RNGs are fixed. All of them, actually. It basically functions like randomizer without the randomization. So we have access to quick swap, and that's all I could think of. We have access to MSUs. I'm not sure which music we're using on stream. I think it's Yeroc's, and it's GoldenEye. So we get to experience that. And
yeah, one of my favorites.
Did I leave anything out?
No text boxes. We have no text boxes throughout the run.
Saves basically 10 minutes.
Yeah, everything all put together. And we are using the randomizer competitive rule set, which is basically NMG plus other glitches that have been allowed, including Diver Down and Icebreaker.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that. It changes the monotony of regular NMG just over and over again. There's more room for failure, I guess, which makes races fun.
Yeah, I'd say there's a lot of room for failure, and it's pretty exciting. I am enjoying seeing people using different routes, and sometimes even the exact same route, but it's a pretty fresh speed run still, so it's not totally optimized.
Yeah, there's been a lot of strats and just developments within the last few weeks with people doing the qualifiers and actually wanting to go fast. Whereas before it was just airy that was good.
Yeah, so our runners are off.
We'll probably see some of those
Link.
strats.
We have Outline Link versus Vanilla Link. So our runners can select their sprites and MSU packs, like you said.
I believe the only non-Link sprite I've seen is Ralk and Usum Mario.
Yeah, and our runners do have access to 3 different lamps, and we still get the lamp in Zelda's cell, just like as in the vanilla game. One good reason for that is that your first item that you pick up will be the boomerang, so you automatically get it in your inventory equipped as soon as you pick it up, which is useful in that room. Enemy RNG is not fixed, so our runners will still have varying patterns. We saw some runners have difficulty with dead rocks earlier this week. Hopefully, there's not too much variance, but it is fun to see, runners have to take on different challenges as well.
Yeah, and also I'm curious to see with the boss RNGs, you can quantify who did the correct thing and who didn't because they're dealing with the same exact thing. You can just see what went wrong and why. I think that's interesting.
Right. And they'll have the same equipment, unlike in randomizer runs, which is pretty cool. So we really get to comment on it.
Unfortunately, there's still no excitement in Escape. I'm just waiting to get out.
Yeah. And here comes Ball and Chain Guard. Both runners going for 8/.
Pretty clean.
Yeah, they get boomerangs in 2 different diagonal directions. Yeah, they're neck and neck. Corey just briefly stopping to boom the green guard. And both of these runners are fairly new, but fairly experienced at the same time. Corey has been grinding vanilla preset for a while, even before League started. So his experience will shine, hopefully. And Sean has been grinding the game quite recently, quite a lot.
Yeah, so their PBs are just within 2 minutes of each other, which is a pretty big gap, but that doesn't mean much of anything. Most deaths in this will cost that amount of time, so it's nobody's out. I'm trying very hard to not explain what pumping is. I'm trying to ignore it.
That's right. So I can ignore it too, that's fine. Sean gets a bat in the way and Dark Cross.
Yeah, Yeroc's gotten bullied on both of these snake screens.
Yeah. One hanging out at the top of that cross. Oh. Okay, so we got the boom. Yeah. So Corey had a missed diagonal, but Cardinal was the way to go there. Both runners hit rats on the way upstairs. That's just how it goes.
Secretly a sliver actually golden escape by over a second. That was pretty solid.
Definitely.
Although I don't actually know what good escape times are. I'm not familiar with the sub-splits of the category.
Yeah, that's another thing we don't really have built into our psyche at this point. Maybe Corey does.
Yeah, I think Corey does, and probably Airy, because he knows everything.
Alright, we're in the overworld. We're going to Eastern Palace. Sean doesn't get any Octrox in the way. Corey just moves to the side slightly. Not a problem. Oh, we can select heart color too. How could I not mention that?
I only like the red ones.
Yeah, I like blue, so I'm a fan of that choice from Corey. But I always go with red.
I wonder if they can implement more colors. Purple would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's a limitation or if it's just a choice.
I like red because it just jumps out at me and I don't have to like...
I can see when I'm dying.
Yeah. It's just very clear when it's one heart remaining. Right, the Stelfo spawn room. We're seeing Corey kind of catch up very slightly. Just that is my interpretation based on a little bit tighter movement in that room. in the light world, we are generally looking for a rupee drop or two. Runners are not going out of their way. Corey has 0. Sean has 1.
Yeah, the rupee routing's a lot better in this because we have access to the quick swap boomerang. So you can, if you get no drops, you can just get the 5 in desert and then get all the tree rupees, and it's not very bad. And some of the racers are even getting the Saha rupees.
Yeah, just to make it nice and easy.
I'd thought about that, but I couldn't find good uses for the bombs. Good enough ones to justify getting those rupees.
All right, gifted with greenies goes well for both runners. Sean's still a little bit ahead. Doesn't matter too much who's ahead or behind at this point, but it is, not too much surprises occurring right now.
Sean getting both of the airdrops, I think. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he's got 30.
That's really good.
Solid Armos fights from both runners.
That's my favorite fight to mess up.
The one we don't even comment on as scripted.
Yeah. No, don't even do the hard strat.
All right, so no mashing text here. We go into Sahas, get our boots, and we're off and running.
I sort of miss the text. I like the little break of mashing the cutscenes, but mashing the cutscene itself is not very fun.
Yeah, I understand that.
It seems
I'm sort of with you.
When you kill a crystal dungeon boss, you just right back into the action. You don't get a break.
Yeah. Bonk from Yeroc. Let's see if we have a different strat here. Yeah, Sean going for dashes on library screen. Corey going for unholy spin speed. Very nice. What does that save? About 10 frames or more on that screen?
I haven't tested it in a long time. It wasn't very much, and you have to be very clean. And I think it's even less now since we discovered the stair drag cancel. If you get a clean one of those, it saves like 8 frames, and it's just the spin speed is too hard. I don't like it.
On the way out, it is worth, and both runners get it.
Yeah, that one's pretty good.
And there are small differences in movement due to lag that occurs, or sort of loading times of items, which aren't super noticeable in randomizer, but you kind of know that they're there. They're on the desert screen. There's an item that loads at the dam that seems to slow you down. On that screen at the dam, though, going that direction, I don't notice it. I'm not sure if that's just me.
I almost notice it during the transition. There's like a little hiccup, and I end up pressing the dash button too early.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, these little differences do exist. All right, into Desert Palace. Long stretches.
During the transition, there's like a little...
Yeah, we have Desert Palace spin speed coming up, as Flipeel mentioned. Corey does go for it almost every time, but questioned himself whether he will do it in races. So I don't actually know. We will find out.
I'm too afraid. If I fell, I'd be too embarrassed, and I would just shut off my stream and go to sleep. I can't deal with that stress.
Yeah.
They're both opting to pick up the blue rupee. It's a pretty efficient pickup.
Mm-hmm. So both runners just still neck and neck. We see no spin speed. Both runners use dash dust, stair drag cancel, like you mentioned, saving frames on exiting stairs sooner. Nice boomerang grab of that key from Corey. And we have runners dashing below the torch in Desert Palace. Nice to see Yuzuhara's strat becoming kind of the meta at this point.
I didn't want to switch that strat, but it's too good.
Yeah.
It's just the room just becomes free unless you miss a line on the first dash.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so the runners will be getting the same patterns. I'm going to shut up while they fight.
Nice start for Sean. Does take a hit at the first phase, but that's okay.
Oh, that's a nasty pattern. Sean just needs a slash, I think. Or he needs like 3 arrows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That looked like a 4 cycle for Sean, is that right?
I think it was I think it was a 4 and a 5 for Corey.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if we confirm this, but I think the Landmo 2 and maybe even the Moldorm 2 RNGs are dependent on how you do the first fight. So we may see different patterns there. It's something I noticed and somebody said in my chat, but I didn't notice until they'd said it. And
I'm pretty sure
it makes sense to me.
I'm pretty sure that's true.
I wonder if that works for Aga 1. If you miss an energy ball, if it messes up the Aga 2 pattern, but I'm not going to test it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that would be a funny test. Alright, fake flipper is coming up. This is as dangerous as ever. We're really avoiding damage. Both runners do fine.
In this, we have the luxury of dying instead of
oh yeah, we do.
On it.
Well, I'm not totally sure about that because of the randomizer fixes. I don't know if that is applied to this.
Oh, I'm not sure. I just assumed. I'll try it later. I will update everybody personally.
Thank you. And okay. All right, on to Death Mountain. Talk about dangerous. This is just a place that just deals damage. There's nothing you can do about it sometimes.
Yeah, Corey got smacked around on the ladder. It's pretty obnoxious. Sean opted not to even equip the boomerang and just go.
Yes. I love the guitar strum for the mirror transition.
Just the one chord.
Yeah. Alright, into Tower of Hera. both runners at the same 1 heart down. Both runners get the nice boom strat in the lobby.
Oof.
And I'm pretty sure they used boom at the first basement as well.
Yeah, they did. I guess it's... I never timed it, but it seems pretty fast.
Yeah. And we see both runners already hitting the switch and taking a break on the pegs using iframes. And did Sean use an arrow to get to that position?
Yeah, Sean used an arrow. He had 16, so I guess that's pretty reasonable. And they're still due for the 10 drops, so they might just have 1 trillion arrows by the time you get the GT.
Oop.
Yeroc, the boomerang missed on the way to the right, but not the way to the left.
Oh, that's what happened.
yeah,
I wonder why that
yeah.
was confusing.
It didn't change its angle. It just hit one way and not the other.
Yeah, the boomerang is... I learned about the boomerang's jerky behavior from the room in GT. It's just south of Spike Skip.
Yeah.
You just have to rely on the boomerang to work sometimes.
Yeah, I remember you working on that for old any percent RMG. And I think that's how FSG's boom strat works. It hits on a frame rule, so that's why you can do the firebar skip in the next room, potentially.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no!
A fall for Sean. Oh, a very dangerous slash for Corey. He's in the rage phase now, and Moldorm's down.
So, although it didn't look like it, this RNG is also seeded, but it's the way that you hit Moldorm. It's not very reliable. You're not always going to get first frame hits.
Yeah.
In the qualifier seed. Uh-oh. Well,
Sean takes a death to Moldorm, which hurts. But as I like to say, Light World doesn't matter. It's possible to come back from this.
It matters a little more in this, but that's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
Assuming we can get out quickly. I guess it was worse that they'd already fallen and then died.
Alright, so we have Corey at 3 rupees. He picks up 3 blues. And he just needs to kill 4 enemies without getting hit, and that will bring us to tier 3 for the red drops.
And we also get to deal with the mushroom lag twice. And it's very bad both times.
Yeah, that's one of those things about randomizer I half knew, because I knew how it was going to the left, but going to the right, I had no idea. And that affects your position for dashing going to the right, which is kind of nuts.
Grab the heart. Sean stood still for a minute.
Oh. Alright, so Corey gets his last hit on the bush crab.
Yeah, I'm going to complain some more. I can't believe how inconvenient the mushroom lag is. Uh-oh, Sean's going on a detour. It's fine.
Yeah, I missed how he got down there, but I've done that too.
He tried to spin speed around the dead rock and went just slightly too low.
Ah. Right, so the post-Aghanim, the Light World music changes for many MSU packs, so we've got something a bit more intense on Corey's side. All right, 3 rupees for Sean. He gets the pickle shot going up. Ooh. I almost thought that Corey would miss the dash on the spear guards, but he got it in the end.
Yeah, it looked slightly funky. I didn't catch all of it.
Mm-hmm. All right, so at this point we're starting to collect more items. Boomerang is still pretty helpful though if you can swap to it back and forth, and make good use of it. It can be kind of helpful here.
It is also a little deceptive where you can often hit the guards' beams in here and alert the entire room, and we don't like that. But if you have beams, it's usually a better option, but Boomerang's fine.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, red alert. Aghanim Tower. It's so hard.
Yeroc somehow missed the arrows there. I
Oh.
didn't see what happened. They had to go back for it.
Yeah, that was interesting. Yeah, I didn't see how they were missed. And Sean is into the tower. Oh, okay. So, yeah. Good backup strats from Sean. Dashing after slashing to preserve the fairy prize pack.
That's one of the scarier backups.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just get reamed.
So we're at Aghanim. We know it'll be 0 blue balls. So it's just going to be the 6 hits. I'm just looking forward to seeing where Aghanim warps at this point.
This seems relatively friendly. You might see an Aghanim gold.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait, no. Yeroc doesn't split the balls.
Nice. All right, into the dark world for Corey.
Before the restream started, Corey was practicing the bufferless hammer jump, where you stay on the grid and you dash up and just place the bomb.
Oh.
I think he hit it 0 times, and he said, "This probably isn't happening tonight." So I don't think we'll see it, but he's also watching the race, so maybe he knows if he has some room to work with, we might see it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm much too scared for that.
Yeah. So what you're saying is the concept is dash from the bomb pot and stop at the right pixel. Yeah. That is something you can do in cave state when enemies are despawned. It's a lot easy. You get time to set that up.
Yeah, you have to shoot the mini Helmosaur in this one before you do it.
Okay.
So it's a little bit jank. Sean doing Aghanim. You'll see most players will just hit Aghanim towards the center and hope that reduces the average warp time.
Yeah, and for anyone just joining, this is a Link to the Past randomizer, but it's the vanilla preset. So we have essentially an NMG any percent run. No save and quit rules apply. Both runners will have the same boss patterns. And for anyone who wants to try playing it themselves, feel free to join the randomizer Discord, and you can generate seeds using Sahasrabot. Another way to do it is you can take a look at speedrun.com/ALttPR and check out the leaderboards. And you can download seeds. Everyone who has a time has to post their own seed. Whoa! Holy! Okay.
We got half of it.
Okay. Yeah, I get the strat. Kind of. I don't really get what you do about identifying the pixel and placing the bomb, but that would have been amazing.
You just do it. You just hit the frames. Yeroc was saying it doesn't. If you misplace the first bomb and just fall right away, he said it loses like 8 seconds or something. So that's not bad. Usually when you fail hammer jump, it's like 20 seconds and you lose 2 bombs or something.
Yeah. You see a hammer dash from Corey. 2 of them, of course, to get to full health, and 1 to get to the switch.
Yeah, I never adopted those strats, but I think they're good.
Yeah, they look good, but they're tough because it's pretty tough to... So an item dash is A and Y on the same frame. And it's tough to do directly after changing directions, in my opinion. That's what you have to do when you're walking to the right and then item dashing up.
Yeah, for some reason you can only item dash turn with some items, like the ice rod and the fire rod, but not the hammer or the boomerang or anything cool.
Yeah, that behavior is pretty funky. You can turn with the cane as well.
Yeah. Right. Looks like we'll see a normal hammer jump from Sean. Yes, this looks very normal to me.
Yeah. Me as well. Yeah, and okay, Helmathor for Corey. Let's see if there are any fireballs today. Okay, Corey's got to be careful. I mean, he can still take 3 hits, but you don't want to just get hit by every attack. I'm not saying that's what Corey's doing. I'm sorry, I made it sound that way.
A lot of people have been playing the qualifier seed, and that didn't have any fireballs, and Helmathor only moved to the left, so we haven't had any variety on that fight.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like Sean's skipping the heart drop. Or
yeah, and that again is okay because you don't really need beams if you use boom. It's a little slower, but it works.
And he has 1 trillion arrows, so this is fine.
Oh, okay. Pod screen returning is always a little more dangerous, and it has these Ropa lotteries. There's just nothing you can do about that one.
I am not surprised. It just happens.
Oh, Corey lost the hammer dash there. That's usually a first hammer dash we comment on NMG races, but not here. It's like the 3rd. Oh. Well.
Okay, perfect. Alright, it looks like Sean's hitting the same pattern even after. Ooh! Uh-oh.
Okay. Yeah, Sean's in a little danger.
I'm puckered. Oh, this is not great.
Yeah.
Oh, that was very frightening.
Yeah, Sean was just a little too low to avoid that fireball. So unfortunately, we'll have to try again.
I would have been tempted to take out my bow there.
Oh, yeah. So, all through that fight, my eyes were off of Corey, so I missed the floating flute. Yeah, so Overworld's almost done for Corey. Oh. Turtles round 2 for Sean goes fine. And Corey's into Thieves Town.
Corey's arrows are really short. He's gonna have 6 leaving Thieves Town. He can get some other ones, but they're not very good. Like the ones before Moth or the Mire Lobby or something. Or just get a drop.
And meanwhile, Sean will have different patterns from Helma.
Yeah, that was much easier to deal with.
Yeah. Helma's down. Into the Hellway. We see the God Pixel.
Easy game. Just hit the frame.
And into the attic. I adopt the Doom tap strat here, which is to always do the same thing with a slash upwards.
Yeah,
Corey does not do that.
You can get the optimal room time with it too, but there's one RNG where it's not good. It's useful to be able to beam at the end and hit the guy out of the doorway. But overall, it's pretty consistent.
Yeah, when first learning this video game, I came to learn that using the start menu can be a good opportunity to look at RNGs. And that room was one that it took me a while to kind of learn, but it's not super necessary if you do that strat. There we go. The flute is found on Sean's side. It does float a little more than it does in vanilla for some reason. It's just, I don't know. Maybe it has the same arc as the digging game. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I'm unsure. I didn't notice until somebody pointed it out, and then I'd realized that I'm almost touching the tree by the time I pick it up.
Yeah.
You barely have time to start your dash.
Yeah. I feel like I noticed it in vanilla one time when I noticed how short the flute jumps out of the ground, and I just never thought about why it's different.
So some of the text boxes that we still retain in this are the blind one and the Ganon one, just for muscle memory and consistency. And blind, some stupid pun that I didn't read about the ice rod.
I also missed it. And fun fact, it's helpful to have the 3 text boxes, for the muscle memory, like you said. The text before Ganon is 3 text boxes. And there was a bit of, development during the entrance shuffle times when that was developed in 2017. One of the text boxes used to be just hi, and then the Ganon fight began. So people would be walking into Ganon right after mashing.
Even the qualifier seed, that one, the 3rd text box only has like 2 words, and it ends really quickly.
Oh, it ends quickly.
In my first qualifier, I definitely just walked into Ganon immediately. I wasn't prepared for that.
I'm not totally sure if that has changed with lowercase. I've noticed that some text boxes have been extended just because they can fit more letters in. I think that, unless I'm totally out of my mind, but I'm pretty sure they made those changes.
I'll take your word for it. Yeroc is coming up on the most important trick in the run. Changed his grip.
Oh.
He balked. Oh. Runs over.
No fence dash. All right, God Pixel for Sean.
Nice.
Very nice. Very fast.
I've been failing that a lot. Frustrating.
Mm-hmm. All right, Skullwood's coming up for Corey. Another difference we'll see in runners. Enemy RNGs will be in the mummy room.
Something I haven't seen people do is you could quick swap to the boomerang for the mummies.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I tried it once and I hated it because it just messed me up, opposed to doing the room right. But I can see it being... I used to do it when I was a new player. If the room went badly, I would just switch to the boomerang and clap them.
I definitely did that in the 2018 NMG tournament.
It's better than dying.
Yeah. Oh.
Speaking of dying... Ooh, another fairy?
Oh no. Okay. Sean bonks on the pegs at the Titan's mitts and just takes a fall to return himself to the door.
Yeah, the big chest room is a surprisingly hard one to do very quickly. If you sit in the practice hack and you compare times to the strat hub, it's just... Hammering the peg is frame... Corey's fire rod doesn't work.
Oh.
I think he has enough magic to do the room. Well, no, he doesn't. He has to pick up extra.
Whoa. Okay, wow. Yeah, I saw...
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yikes. I missed the misses, basically, but yeah, I see the lack of magic.
Alright, this is fine. Fine. Okay. I missed Sean's blind fight, but I think it went normally. I was too busy screaming about the fire rod. Blind died in the correct spot.
Yeah. Okay, we have a moth that goes down and then to the left, apparently.
Yeah, that's a hard one. You're gonna lose 50% of the time, depending on the conveyor. Mm-hmm. If it goes down or right, you just can't reach him.
Right. The conveyor is not part of the seating, I don't think.
No, it's just its own independent thing. Why don't we just get rid of the conveyor?
Yeah. Now you're
And the
talking.
spikes. Oh,
Okay, I've been here. I've been in this predicament. Why does this happen to good people?
How did that happen? When did he? When did that become the shovel?
I don't know.
It hasn't happened to me, but one thing I've noticed watching Corey is that he does a lot of fidgeting on the controller, the L and R buttons, and maybe that has something to do with it.
Probably.
But I don't know. Matt has also dug a hole there. It's great. I love this for us.
Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know about quick swapping, if you press L and R at the same time, you will change flute to shovel and vice versa.
Yeah, and all of the items that stack. So like the blue and red boomerang, or the silver arrows and the regular arrows, or the mushroom and the powder, which is something I didn't know for a while. Sean getting the stuck mummy, getting a pretty good statue push. Easy room. Oh yeah, and the bottles, correct.
Yep. And, oh yeah, and that was a more recent change because the bottles used to not stack.
Yeah.
All right, so we have Meyer for Corey. He happened to get the Ether Medallion directly after Skull. Thankfully, took no damage. Can do Meyer 2 with beams.
Sort of.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh no, I shouldn't have said anything.
Okay. It's not a problem. They're in the heart pack. Meyer 2 Infinite. So, yeah. Why are we doing Meyer first? So early, Doomtap.
I don't know. Sean's going to go to Swamp next. No, so a lot of players are choosing to do Meyer first to get the cane first to allow us to do Diver or Icebreaker and then Diver Down in that order. But the cane isn't required for Diver Down. And if you want to take a short time loss, you can opt to do Swamp first and do Bomb Diver Downs in there. And I didn't see what happened, but Sean is super dead.
Yeah, Sean took 3 hits in a row or so, just because the mummies kind of piled up on the right side.
Once you mess up once, it's very easy to get obliterated. That's actually a room that I took. I did Joe mummies until I had a 123-35 in the regular game. And then I switched. I just refused to lose a run in that room. I didn't think it was worth it. Alright.
Okay. So, here we go. Mothula for Sean is a little bit more controlled. And one thing that he happened to do was hit the moth to the right on that second hit, which was a little bit more beneficial because Corey didn't either hit it straight or hit it more to the left, and the moth went to the left, so it got kind of stuck in the corner for Corey earlier. They had no way to know that, but it just worked out in Sean's favor.
Even if you're watching the restream, I don't think that would be something you can calculate into being beneficial.
Yeah, and that would be fine. It's just, are you going to watch that?
Especially with the restream delay. I know the runners are like 30 seconds ahead of the restream or something.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so more familiar routing on Sean's side, going to the Dark World, going to get the Quake medallion.
See, I'm pretty unfamiliar with the swamp stuff.
Mm-hmm. I imagine it's just get the flippers and then flute to swamp, something like that. Although I believe Sean also gets the Ether medallion, so we'll see about that.
Oh, okay, I understand. I definitely get it. So Sean lost their beams not going for the heart drop. Oh wait, it doesn't matter. It's not ice. Right, okay. It's probably beneficial so you can kill the Hoovers in the first room of Swamp if you miss the dash.
Yeah, you don't want to use beams there.
Alright, we're coming up on Vidi. Yeroc fixed his arrow count in Skullwoods. Right,
Oh.
Pretty super friendly pattern. And he has a good arrow count. If he wants to just get everything in GT, that would probably be the fastest thing, unless he wants extras.
And Corey toots the flute before the transition, and that repairs the fire rod for Ice Palace.
He's dashing through the grass. Oh my
Yikes.
god. My frame.
Okay, we get a bomb climb.
I'm not convinced that the bomb climbs are very good. Like, it cost a bomb. I couldn't get it to save that much.
Okay.
And like even in 100% NMG, people stop doing the bomb climb and they just use the bomb in Hera on the tile room switch. Because the bomb climb is just not very good. I disapprove.
Mm-hmm. I have no idea. It just looks way more fun.
It does look fun. It looks very, very dizzy. Sean tried to take the portal room safe, and it wasn't safe at all.
Yeah, that's very A Link to the Past.
Doing the difficult thing is often the safe thing. You just aren't allowed to mess up.
Right. And another fun thing about this game is you can go to grab a lever and Link will go to grab the lever, but then when you pull away, you just walk away. That is a very dumb thing that the game does when you're probably 1 pixel away or something.
I think it's when you don't press cardinal down.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you hit a diagonal down, Link will just slip off of it.
I'll have to check that out.
I could just be wrong, so that would be cool if I were wrong, but I think that's it. I'm very deliberate with my down press there, and the one in escape.
Alright, so we have 2 different dungeons now. Corey now in Ice Palace, equipped with Cane. In fact, already equipped with it. When he could potentially... Yeah, no, never mind. Don't even worry about that sentence. Here he goes into the icebreaker room, the big key room.
So he's doing the... Yeah, okay, there we go. He's doing the aggressive routing with the big key. It's incredibly tight on magic. You're not allowed to mess up at all. And he took the icebreaker a little bit safe because you're not allowed to mess up at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he has to pick up this rock to get an extra key, and that key will be used after the big key door. Or, it will be needed.
So I think that's only viable because of the quick swap, right?
I'm not sure, really.
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I think it's a combination of the quick swap and the no text boxes on the big key and stuff like that.
Oh, here's a fun little challenge. Get past the freezer.
It's incredibly tight. I don't like it. If you nudge the side too much, you just get hit.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Oh, this is not ideal.
This is it's a raid.
Okay. There's no good way out of this. But
I don't. Well, the game block disappeared because I got hit too many times. This is a disaster.
It's not good.
He's trying to bait the Freezor away from the. All right, and we need magic.
Potentially get a magic decanter.
Right. Incredible. That was free and easy.
Yeah, I mean that's all we needed. There's not even a reason to sweat.
Just be on the magic drop and get it first try. And now we have an incredibly clenched cold stare fight where it's normally pretty easy.
Okay.
Perfect.
Very close to disaster, but Corey kept it under control and did the. That was what, the single poke strat?
Yeah. Sean made a bit of a mistake. They're trying to set up for the bot thing.
I didn't see the setup issue.
Sometimes I forget to. What happened? He forgot to quick swap, so he was on ether when he opened the chest, and he tried to get to the hook shot in time and just jumped off.
Yeah.
Sometimes I forget to get off the hammer until I get there as well.
Yeah.
But then I just menu.
Yeah, hammer to hookshot is a hilariously far distance. All right, so bomb diver down for Sean, gets the pixel. No, not a problem.
I think he got a hard dupe there with the hookshot.
Yeah. Staying alive is good.
So I didn't see which arrows Sean picked up, whether they got the hook dash ones or not, but they either needed those ones or should have skipped it. Now they should get the Turtle Rock ones. They'll be on 30 for Ice Armos.
Alright, Argus for Sean, going for a 1 cycle if possible. And we are able to quick swap to Fire Rod, making it a very good weapon to use in phase 2. Sean gets it no problem.
Yeah, I've personally had a hard time with the quick swapping during boss fights like Trinex and Arcus and things like that.
Yeah, and learning the quick swap routing is like, it's like playing 2 games at the same time, because you already know one game, any percent NMG on the vanilla game, and now it's like we're layering a new game from randomizer on top of it.
It's not too bad once you've memorized them, but if you're just YOLOing it, it's a nightmare. You're watching the item menu and you're trying to figure out where you are.
Yeah, and you're like doing little dances in front of enemies.
We got a bird toss.
For the fans. Alright, Sean has Hook already before going into Mire, so is able to use some time-saving strats here.
Yeah, I forgot about that hook shot across the gap. It's actually really fast. Opposed to the bonk.
not too much action at the same time. We do have Corey back in Swamp while Sean is now in Mire.
Swamp is not a very action-packed dungeon.
Right.
It's you just going through the water.
Corey still has all his blue hearts, amazingly.
Totally unrelated. I fixed one of my N64 controllers today, and I tested it out by playing GoldenEye. And my joystick is too touchy, so it's not easy.
Right. So you're looking in all different directions.
Yeah, I think it was a third-party joystick that I replaced it with, so it was... I didn't expect it to work. But it's better than before.
Alright, 13 arrows for Corey. He's already done Mire. Does not really need the farm there. Sean's health looks really good. Full health, of course. Going into Spike Room. 3 guaranteed hearts of damage. Alright, so we have a 0 cycle attempt for Corey.
Ooh,
It
that was
is
good.
yeah, that was good. Looked like a well-behaved Argus. And it was well done.
The one in the qualifier seed is so hard for me. I think there was a lot of complaints about it. It's just fast enough that it's very difficult.
Oh yeah. A good one to train on. And we have a successful spooky 1 for Sean. For anyone who doesn't know, our runners used the fire rod to hit switches that are very far away. And they happen to be able to do that 3 rooms in a row, which is pretty neat.
Yeah, there are a lot of things in this game that are just super convenient on how they work, and spooky is one of them.
Yep.
So Sean doing Viddy, this is a pretty easy pattern, provided that we don't mess up. Provided that we don't mess up,
We messed up.
it's fine.
It is fine. All right. Corey ascending the mountain. Going for
Waffle House.
Waffle House. Very good. Nice drive through.
That's another one of the quick swaps I forget to do. When I use the flute outside of the Ice Rod Cave, I just stay on the flute, and then I don't have anything to defend myself.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah, Sean's about an Ice Palace behind with the 3 deaths.
Not totally sure where he dudes the flute.
I think he did it. He dashed and then did the flute before, or maybe we just didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like we didn't do it, but you can do it before you
Okay.
jump in the water.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it. That's a 3 heart low percent thing.
Yeah.
But if your movement's bad, then the bird just picks you up again.
Right. All right, into Turtle Rock for Corey at full hearts, which is quite convenient. He even has beams to deal with Baris that might get in the way, like that one. All right, successful diver down for Sean. I mean, icebreaker, ice thing.
He was choosing not to sword buffer the diagonal and just ream it.
Oh, I
That's
see.
why
So that's
they did the setup right. They just didn't get the clean diagonal into the barrier. Alright, Yeroc is coming up on Chomps. One of the worst rooms in the game. Not helped by quick swap at all. Oh,
Okay.
not okay.
Okay.
Not okay. Okay. That the the initial strat that he tried to do is quite difficult. The getting the iframes on the first pegs is a relatively tight window.
Yeah.
If you're he was slightly too low and missed the iframes and got bopped out of his walk.
Okay.
And
I
Sean's
missed
going
that
on
part.
cold stare now. Easy boss RNG. Oh, still doing the menu. Just for muscle memory, I suppose.
Yeah. Even if that's a conscious choice, I think that's totally cool.
I didn't realize for a long time that you could quick swap during the crystals falling because you can't menu.
Yeah.
I think that was something you pointed out on your stream, maybe.
Yeah. It's pretty weird.
So I was trying to quick swap 5 times during the cold stare fight and just getting destroyed.
Yeah. What do you think about that bird dash
It's
on the lake screen?
I did some work on it. I think it's pretty easy if you know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I go for it in NMG, but not in this because I use quick swap to get to the flute, and that messes up my whole setup.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed that Sean had actually menued there. Maybe that was on purpose.
Nice mine reveal. Landmine.
Oh no!
I'm
Okay.
surprised that one got in the way.
Yeah, sometimes it just does that. You would think that the sword would hit it. Oh, that was close.
Yeah, almost a full drive through, but one of the dead rocks was in the way. Corey slashes a beetle out of the way and laser bridge. Takes a bop. But
He went for the fast laser skip at first and identified that he stopped too low, so had to bail. Ooh, that's the quick warp, isn't it? The free one? Very free.
Very nice.
I've never gotten it in the vanilla
Right.
preset. I don't even go for it. It's too hard.
Hit the... Yeah. Hard screen. Try next fight for Corey.
That pattern looked relatively friendly.
Okay, I was surprised Corey didn't take damage there, but I guess he iframed the head.
Yeah, I think he slashed just and yeah, I framed the head. For the TR torches, I haven't figured out what's best to do. Do people quick swap that, or do they hook the torch from the bottom?
A lot of people hook from the bottom, but from what I remember, I think it's faster to menu. I might have done that wrong, but that was my timing.
I had an idea that I haven't tested. If you go in there with 0 bombs, there's only one quick swap. You can probably just do the regular strat that way.
Yeah, and I think it was Corey or someone who proposed something like that, and I haven't seen it. Or I missed it.
Nice chain chomps from Sliver.
Torch key skip for Corey. Into Ganon's Tower, by the way, so we do have key options here. Nice. Spike skip room. Not going for the spike skip, but just the room itself was done reasonably.
Dungeon doesn't change too much. You do a lot of swapping from like one quick swaps instead of menus, and the gauntlet is a little bit tougher to deal with the RNGs while quick swapping.
Yeah.
But most of it's pretty similar.
Right.
Oh no, we got a poke. Uh-oh.
All right, Pokeys 2 for Sean gets a little out of hand.
It's fine.
Gets through.
His first double spin wasn't a double spin.
Mm-hmm. All right, 18 arrows. Corey comes up on Ice Armos. Oh no! So Sean got trapped by his own block somehow. I'm not sure how that got there. Nice. Cane dash, by the way, to get out.
I saw in one of... It might have been NMG League Season 1. The runner Trinex got trapped in the roller room chest and used the Samaria bounce thing to get out.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was in this. Or maybe it was just the NMG tournament. I don't know.
My guess is tournament, but I don't know. I want to say that was officially banned after League started, or before. I don't know, though, for sure.
I don't know how it functions. I guess it's not really useful anyway, but yeah. I don't know.
Trinex is innocent.
What? Speaking of Trinex, we're going to kill him right now. Hopefully.
Yeah, and then we have another track on Corey's end as he climbs the tower. Goes for a dash in G2. Does not get it.
That's a tough one.
An admirable attempt.
Alright, pretty solid Trinex fight. Trinex is one of the... It's not really a difficult boss once you become competent at the game, but it's still scary.
Whiz robes.
I didn't want to comment and say something like we're having a perfectly normal upstairs GT, because then it's a commentator's curse.
Yeah, for sure.
I have a question. Did they patch out the... I was going to say, did they patch out the quadrant glitch on these stairs? Is that a thing that can happen?
I want to say no, because it's a no logic ROM fixes.
Oh, right, yeah.
And what I mean by that is we're using the same ROM fixes that glitch mode players use. So the vanilla effects are still in the game. So that might be something that glitch players want to take advantage of. But here in the NMG world, it's a bad glitch. So that's something our runners want to avoid.
So no blue balls on Aga 2.
Yeah. So you can play it a little bit different.
Yeah, you can generally be more aggressive.
A nice second cycle pattern there.
Oh no!
Corey laughs that one off.
Yeah. I was going to say he's even laughing at the camera. Nice ice armos from Sliver. How would you rate the GoldenEye MSU out of 10?
And it's one of my favorites.
I wouldn't give it that many. I was thinking like 7.
Uh-huh.
I just made some enemies.
007.
Yeah, 5. No, just 1. 107.
Alright, what's going on with this Ganon fight?
Well, no warps.
No.
Seeded RNG.
No blue Ganon. Corey goes for the second hit. Does get torch glitch.
Right. Not a very fun batter. Just spin the win.
We're going for his triples. Meanwhile, Sean going through Gauntlet. Looks like no hiccups so far. Though does go a little low in G5.
Yeah, I missed Gauntlet 1 and 2.
Yeah.
3 and 4 went well.
And Ganon is down for Corey. So GG's to Yeroc.
GG's. And also, Sliver did get a different land Mo2 pattern opposed to Yeroc.
Yeah, it makes sense.
An arguably easier one.
Yeah, funny how that happens. Do Landmo 1 better and you're rewarded with a better Landmo 2.
I believe we are joined by Yeroc.
Hello.
Hello. You're very quiet to me. I'm going to crank you up.
Okay.
GG, Corey. Congrats on the win.
GG's.
Yo, thank you. GG's, guys. That was a lot of fun. It was also incredible. Like, I know kind of the story of this whole thing, but like, the way Sean was playing at the start of the run was like, really, I'll say
it was unstoppable,
right?
What's that?
Holy crap, dude! That was like some of the best I've seen him ever play. And like, as we were going through Hera, I'm like, I really need to like, I might have to start like reaching into like my bag of tricks here. he's having a really, really good run.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw the Moldorm fall and the Moldorm death, and I'm like, no. And so at that point, I'm just like, all right, just keep it together.
Yeah. But you did reach into your bag of tricks for hammer jump.
I tried, dude. I was so close.
And
like,
did you detect what was wrong about it? About the bomb placement or anything?
The bomb I thought was good. I don't know what pixel I was on because I was trying to sword buffer. I'm silly like that.
Gotcha.
My favorite
Like, if the
moment of
bomb-
the race was using the shovel after Skullwoods.
Right?
That was,
That was I liked that one too.
Yeah, when do you think that quick swap happened? Like after Flute or after Skull?
No idea. Quite caught me off guard. I had no idea when it happened. I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh, cool. I'm just digging. This is fine. And then we had like what else are Ice Palace? Let me think. Let's go in order. Swamp was fun because, or Skullwoods was fun because it was a bit of an adventure. Well, Thieves Town even. I went on a fairy hunt and then. I mean, like at that point, I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna get the fairy, and then it just like ran away, and I'm like, oh, really? Like it's sort of it's not super immaterial, but it's like kind of immaterial at this point. But like, just give it to me. I don't want to like run into a situation later on where I have to like risk things.
Mm-hmm.
And then I like ran into that was pretty fine. I ran into the Ropa in Skullwoods on the way back to Fire Rod. I was like, okay. And then almost ran out of magic trying to do the
Oh right.
open the thing.
oh
So
yeah,
made Mummy
that
Hellway
was a
fun.
good one. That was.
Yeah. That strat is a scam in my opinion, but
I don't know why the third fire rod
hard.
shot didn't work.
Yeah, I don't either.
It just didn't go. It just didn't fire.
Yeah, so that was a bit of an adventure, but Moth was pretty cooperative at least. Meyer, nothing bad really happened, I don't think. Ice Palace, we had a whole new adventure learning how many hits it takes to despawn a Mario block with a Freezor.
I think it's 3. I don't know if it's enemy dependent or just luck, but I think it's just 3 hits from a thing.
Yeah, I was like trying to figure out how to get in the door without him despawning because I knew he
Yeah.
would eventually
Yeah.
despawn it.
that was a puzzle.
And then, but then luckily
mhm.
one of the berries dropped magic, and I didn't have to go farming for more. But that made the fight really interesting.
Oh yeah.
Luckily, the ice block was nice to me. It only hit me one time.
Right.
Swamp Palace was pretty uneventful. I'm pretty proud of that. It was a gold. So, TR. I missed my torch thing. I was extremely disappointed that.
Okay, I missed what your strat was, but I recalled that you had a strat. So, well, I'm sure we'll see it.
I'll get it eventually. I think it's the first time I've missed it in like 3 months. So. What else happened in TR? Not a lot, I don't think. Nothing super eventful.
I was surprised. Was it you who had to hit Trinex a couple of extra times at the end? I wasn't sure how
I went
you.
too far to the left. I just reacted somehow. I just saw it and was like, okay, this is fine.
Yeah. I was surprised that you were able to phase through the head. I wasn't sure who had
I think it's because
iframes.
I got the slash hit
Mhm.
right before I did that.
Yeah.
Because like when I saw, I was already positioned to just swing the sword again, and then as I was swinging the sword, I was like, oh, I need to move because I didn't get the second spin.
Makes sense.
And then yeah, he was in iframes already. I almost got the cursed conveyor dash in G3. I think it was like 2 pixels off.
Oh yeah, right.
It's a valiant effort.
Yeah.
I saw him go. I was like, oh, I'm going for it.
And Link moves at half a pixel per frame on a conveyor, so that leaves you with 2 frames to get the pixel.
Yeah, it's real cool when you do it. Oh well. Other than that, not too much to talk about. I know people were wondering if I was going to go for Desert 2 spin speed, but the race was far too close for me to risk that.
He was so close all the way up to Hera. Yeah, makes sense. And Ganon is down on Sean's side. GG's to secretly a sliver.
Is this the first match of the Desert Palace division?
I was also wondering that myself. It's the first one I've seen, I believe.
I believe
Maybe
it
not.
is, yeah.
I saw another race.
I was trying to figure out who you may be facing next, but I have no idea. If only we had a page that showed us all the standings. Oh,
Yeah,
wait.
that'd be super helpful.
It is impossible to know.
Whoops.
We have one, but it hasn't been updated at all.
The
Box.
one I'm looking at has, yeah. No, it did it.
Oh.
It just recorded it had to wait for the race time to finish, for the room to close.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong thing, so that's my bad. Great.
Yeah, it just updated. But you're correct, this is the first one, so we don't know who it would be. Could be anybody.
And how are you feeling about vanilla preset going forward, Corey?
I'm enjoying it. I really, in retrospect, I really enjoyed the qualifier period. It was a lot of fun seeing a lot of people get new top times.
And we are joined by Sean. GG's on the race. Pretty hot, light world.
GG's, dude.
I knew the run was cursed after getting like 4 gold in the first 5 splits. So
Right.
I was telling them when I got in here that you really had me like I was debating the Desert 2 spin speed. I'm like, I don't think I'm going for that. This race is way too close right now.
yeah. I don't know. Moldorm gonna Moldorm, and then at that point it's just, go for dangerous stuff because why not?
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, you kind of have to. Like, other than like it feels like it's kind of out of your control at that point. So you just have to do what you can to make it, try and keep your opponent honest.
I mean, I was just trying to entertain myself, basically. Like, I usually don't continue runs that are a minute 43 behind after Moldorm, so.
Oh yeah, no, I totally feel you.
I've been trying not to reset those kind of runs just for race experience, because I know that kind of stuff does happen. And you gotta be able to finish it.
My practice yesterday had a disaster of an ice palace again. And I continued it, and it was like plus like 5 or 6 minutes, and I was like, I really hope that this is me just shaking out all the bad juju before tomorrow. And then we had new and exciting ways to almost fail Ice Palace, so there's that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw you had some magic problems.
That was incredible. I don't know how I spawned the Freezor.
Yeah, if you walk on the left half of the screen at all.
I must have gone after that guy for magic for some reason.
You had to my interpretation of your movement was that you were looking for a place to throw the block.
No, what happened was you tried to dash turn to leave the room, and you pick up the block. And I think you were throwing the block, and it killed one of the Barries, and it dropped the arrows. So you walked over with the block to pick up the arrows, and you spawned the guy.
Oh,
that's right.
It was tragic.
Yeah, that's such a dangerous room.
Because like, I was thinking, like I had it in my brain. I was like thinking of like the Meyer tube or the Meyer basement, where you just like walk down and throw the block back to the switch, and it's fine. And I was like, I don't know if that works here. And so like I did it, and it didn't work. I'm like, well, now what do I do?
And yeah, that room is one reason I have not yet attempted that route. So because it's such a hairy.
Yeah, definitely did not save seconds today.
So there are actually 2 small magic drops in the berry pack. So if I'm low on magic, I usually just leave the room and then try to farm the red berries, because that's 4 drops, and then there's 4 blue berries under the big brick under the right.
Oh
So,
yeah, the brick.
8 drops, or 8 kills, you get 4 drops. Usually you're going to hit a small green in one of those.
And I think,
And if you don't, you can always just go back.
yeah, you can respawn the red ones. For some
Yep.
reason, Fox told me why, but I forgot.
It's because if you don't kill the parent sprite, then they don't count as dead.
Oh yeah, if you killed it with, say, the fire rod, then it would actually be dead.
Right.
It's like you killed a bunch of things, but not these guys. They're back. Yeah. Overall, it was a lot of fun. A little stressful.
Oh, and
like it that way?
in case anybody was wondering, I fluted to the wrong place after Skull Woods. You're supposed to go to Death Mountain first.
Oh, okay.
I
But
wasn't familiar with that routing.
I mean, once I flute to 4, might as well just finish it out, because it doesn't actually matter which order
I
you
see.
do that in.
Is that because there are heart farming opportunities on the way to Quake, or why?
I don't know. I just like it. So most people will go get the flippers and go to Swamp Palace and then hook climb on the mountain. I don't really like I don't really like getting hit before going into mire, so that's why I do the ether there.
Oh yeah.
My
Oh,
My
wait.
strategy for racing is if I get hit on doing mire first, of course. If I get hit on the mountain, I'm just gonna go pick up ice rod and try and farm hearts there. In
Yeah.
races.
Oh yeah. Any other final thoughts on the race or on League?
I'm
No.
glad it's League again. I'm glad this one's over.
I mean,
One down. 2 to go.
League's great. I just wish I was playing a little better.
Yeah, glad the vanilla preset tourney is happening, so glad to see that in action.
Yeah, I'm
Fun
glad
so
that
far.
people are interested in it, and it wasn't a flop.
Yeah, I was when the whole thing got proposed. I was like, sure, let's do it. Let's make it happen. So it's been fun trying to help facilitate this whole thing.
Yeah. All right, well, with that, I think we will wrap it up. DoomTap, fun to commentate with you. GG Star Runners. And thanks again to our unknown mystery tracker.
Look, I will lay claim to that if no one else will. Because why the hell not? Still feels weird seeing a rando ROM for a vanilla run, but it is working out very well.
Definitely.
Please, if you aren't already, give both of our runners a follow. Yeroc and Sean both will put on many more great races coming up during League. It is still almost League for a couple more weeks or something, right? And then it's
Exactly, 2
almost
weeks.
then it's almost next League.
Yeah.
Please give both comps a follow if you haven't already. Chex and Doom. Plenty more coming up this weekend. Not 100% sure what races will be up, but keep an eye on the ZSR schedule, and we'll definitely have a few, I'm sure. In the meantime, gonna head on over to the main channel for the 3rd place race in the main tourney Challenge Cup tournament. Any final thoughts before we head on out for the night?
Just thanks everybody behind the scenes for putting this race on. I had a lot of fun, and I hope you guys are looking forward to a bunch more as League continues.
All right. Until next time, thank you very much for joining us. Everyone stay safe, and we will hopefully see you back here soon. Have a good night.